Capricorn, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This will take you from, I think it's the 11th to the 18th. You know what struck me right away? I haven't pulled your additional guidance card. Is this beautiful emotional energy you've got going on. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Cups, and the crowning card is the King of Cups. And I'm sort of laughing in the most great way because it's just this lovely golden emotional flow. I think there's going to be quite a lot of joy. I think as well, Capricorn, there's been a lot, because I've been doing your readings for quite a long time now, and these are really light cards. The Three of Cups, these angels fly because they've let go of what was once holding them down. What holds us down is what I call anchors. Other people call it karma. It's past experiences that we haven't fully processed yet. But there's a sense of real liberation here, particularly emotional, because the King of Cups is a crowning card. The King of Cups is love. Yeah, it's someone who's got emotional mastery because he sits in his throne on top of the ocean, and he's dipping his feet in, so he's connected, but he doesn't get lost. He's got his sovereignty, but he still expresses himself, and this guy to me just accepts things as they are, okay, which is the key to emotional sovereignty. Fighting something never works, it just gets us in a knot. And yeah, okay, milk and honey card, exactly what I felt, this sense of emotional abundance, emotional happiness and emotional joy, and I couldn't be happier for you, Capricorn. I really couldn't. So most of your cards, mostly minor, apart from two huge majors. Three swords cards, so quite a lot of mental activity. The swords cards represent our thinking processes, messages. Sometimes they represent conflicts, okay? Two sixes, success, resolution, moving forward. Love seeing that for you. So you start the week a little bit quite a defensive energy, the Seven of Wands. Do I think it's a negative? No. Yeah, okay. Sometimes it can appear that way because sometimes there's a sense of resisting something. I don't know what you're resisting, Capricorn, okay? It might be to do with this Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is a card of juggling. Sometimes it's about having to hold on to one of these pentacles. So say you're trying to save money and it's like, oh gosh, here it goes again. But the Two of Pentacles is about investing something, but you're definitely feeling a little bit self-protective. It's really interesting. I tend to get a different meaning for this card, but I'm feeling something different and I don't know what it is. Just give me a minute. I just don't quite get what's going on here. I mean, it's good because you're standing up for yourself, you're putting your limits down and your boundaries, but I don't know quite what I'm feeling. It's quite interesting. The Two of Discs comes with a 7, so I think it's about finances. It might be to do about walking away from a job. You're having to let go of some security. You're just not quite sure about the way forward. The 7s are both cards that are more about being, I don't like the word stuck, that feeling that things aren't progressing, because the next are the 8s, which are about moving forward. But there's a sense of, I don't know, I'm making you up as quite stubborn here, Capricorn. Or you're dealing with someone who's stubborn. I'm not sure what it is. With that Two of Pentacles, it seems to be a sense of juggling. Sometimes it just means you've got too much on, you're having to juggle too many life situations. Or I think maybe some of you are contemplating letting go of one of these pentacles. but you're not sure if it's possible because you've got your castle to protect, Capricorn. So this could be a work issue actually. You move on pretty rapidly to two huge majors, the World, which is a completion of something. When the World card, a lot of people class this an ending card. I class it more as a card of completion, tying up loose ends. Sometimes it's about gaining power to move forward into a new chapter of your life, okay? Very exciting card because it's about integrating all our different parts, all our different life stories. It's definitely a card about wholeness. It's with the Moon card, so almost quite opposites. The Moon card can represent our deep emotions, it's our karmic past. There's also with that moon that sense of not knowing what's coming next, which is quite connected with these cards. But with this World card, I've got a feeling, definitely strange energy here, Capricorn, but something's been completed. And I just turned around and the Ace of Cups appeared. Now, the Ace of Cups is something is looking out for you. It tends to represent something really good coming your way, which the World card would mean the same. Although around this beginning of the week, I'm getting you unsure, a bit in motion, a bit confused. I have to say it. It might be because you're having to let go of some of your money and you're feeling a little bit not defensive, but protective. These two cards together are really saying to me there's nothing to worry about. I don't like this terminology, but the Ace of Cups is a card of good karma, which is simply the good that you put out coming back to you. There's a sense of protection around this card, and I would say with the World card there's a similar vibration, and with the Milk and Honey and the Three of Cups. There's something looking out for you here. You then move to a Lot of Swords card. You've got the Six of Swords, paired with the Five of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Six of Wands. Two sixes. I think for some Capricorns there's some balance being restored after a state of conflict and disharmony. This Six of Swords is a transition card, but we never quite know where she's going. Apart from in this reading, because she's going right to the Page of Swords, which is about communication. So I don't know if there's been a conflict with someone with this Five of Swords. And Five of Swords tends to be a card of words spoken that cause harm, okay? Now there's no such thing as, I was about to say some people would say this is a bad card, but it all depends, because if you've been putting up with crap, putting a boundary down is not a bad card. That's what I mean. It's all the cards together that give the reading meaning. But the Five of Swords tends to be a card about challenging conversations, but it's with the Six, which is moving on to much more quieter, much more tranquil times. And she is going right to the Page of Swords, which is about communication being restored, because it's with the Six of Wands, which is victory and success. So I don't know if some Capricorns are going to get victory, but to get there, you're going to have to go through a little bit of the fives. All the fives represent change, but that point of change that can be quite challenging is only a minor arcana, which means it's not some huge spiritual lesson. It's just a little bit of conflict, Capricorn. Okay, so we're in charge of the power that we give anything in our lives. Communication is going to be restored. That's the meaning of these two cards. And victory is absolutely assured. There's joy. There's the King of Cups. There's the Milk and Honey. But definitely a quite confusing energy. There's definitely something that you're trying to protect. You might, some Capricorns might be making a financial investment, by the way. You might even want to leave a job, but you think, how can I do it? Because that 7's not a 10. But you're definitely feeling quite guarded and needing to protect yourself here. Anyhow, Capricorn, interesting reading. You can contact me directly. My email's in the about section. And I'll see you next week. Lots of love. Bye.